Hello,
Hey,
Alex. Thank you for having me.
welcome to you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're doing here in the Portsmouth University and the faculty that you are running?
So the centre we've got here is called the Centre for Creative Immersive XR. It's based in the faculty of CCI, Creative and Cultural Industries, and we've got courses ranging from architecture through to fashion, graphic design, illustration. And the remit for us was to get a centre where people can come together with the latest technology and explore its uses for content creation. So my job as technical director has been to put together all of the technology and run an amazing team here that kind of gets any kind of request through, and we kind of match their brief, their creative vision to technology and then push it through. We work with clients, we work with students, with kind of 150 different things in 150 different ways.
Thank you. Okay, this is a question that is personal to myself also. How do you see the media industry changing and shifting over the coming years, decade, and beyond?
The changes have been so quick and so big over the last 5, 10 years. You know, virtual production emerging as the new technology using real-time graphics to really push forward that creative process. With the onset of AI tools coming into that now, my hope for the future is that it enables people more and gives them quicker ways to see visions come to life. To take away those really repetitive, boring tasks, the laborious stuff that costs a lot of money for people. So I really think this new generation of tools is just going to empower more creative people to be able to get their vision to the screen, to to computer screens, to consoles, gaming-wise, much quicker, and allow people to really start having to not have ridiculous big budgets to be creators. They can be really creative, top-end content.
Lowering the barrier to entry.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
And my other favourite saying is, a rising tide raises all boats.
Yep.
It's not like a race to the bottom for everyone. It should democratise and allow everybody to step up and do things. Yeah.
Fantastic. Something a bit more technical. Can you explain what photogrammetry is and what its usage is for digital twinning?
Cool. Yeah. So photogrammetry is basically using multiple photographs from multiple angles to then reconstruct a 3D representation of the thing that you've captured. So it's basically using lots of overlapping photographs, and very clever algorithms then can figure out the position of those cameras in 3D space and then generate a three-dimensional model from those photographs. There's a knack to it. They have to overlap a certain amount, and the more angles you take, if you miss an angle, there'll be a gap.
Yep.
So that's kind of the process. And our rig we've got here has got 150 cameras. We've got them focused in all angles, and we've got some that are focused especially for the head. So we get nice, very high resolution head scan, and then the rest are focused on the body and sort of averaged out so we can get that kind of good representation. And our subjects only have to stand still for 1/850th of a second.
And you've got it.
Clicked, and we've got that image in the bag.
Beautiful.
So people don't have to hold poses
for
too long and struggle trying to hold that facial expression. It's click and go.
It's done. Beautiful. This one is quite pressing on a lot of people I speak to's minds in the industry. What jobs do you believe are at risk with the advancement of the technology and the way it's going? Do you believe there's any negative connotation to what's going on, and what jobs would be at risk in your view?
It's a big question at the moment. It's something I think about a lot, being at a university and we're training the talent of the future. You know, we've got to be agile now and make sure our students are embracing these tools so they're not getting the wrong skills when they graduate. For existing people in the industry, I think it's really important that they start picking up these tools and using them as soon as possible. But I think, as I said earlier on, removing those laborious, repetitive tasks, I think that's where the risk lies.
But ultimately, you think it's going to be a win.
I hope so. That's my hope. And if we are responsible about the way these tools are used, and we start having conversations, and it's not just seen as a cost-cutting exercise for big industries,
Yeah, yeah.
then I think it will help. But there is going to be a shift, and there is going to be changes coming. And it's, talk about industrial revolutions and, where we're at now. And I see this next change, this big change in the industry is going to be similar. There's going to be impact.
Yeah.
But it's up to us as an industry and creatives and technologists to do this in a really responsible way and make sure the impact is in the right areas. There's going to have to be change. Everyone's going to have to embrace change. But it shouldn't be kind of destructive
Detrimental.
change. It shouldn't be. If we do it right, I think we'll be okay. But if it's that race to the bottom, as I mentioned, I don't think it'll help a lot of people, and there'll be change too quickly, which will impact jobs and livelihoods if we're not careful.
Understood. I appreciate the invite. I've had a phenomenal time here. Any last words you'd like to share with the audience before we sign it off and call it a wrap?